Good morning, everyone. We start with the sixth lesson, that is virtual memory management. Now we already know what is memory management and how is the memory being managed in your operating system. So two concepts are being used for memory management. The first one was using the concept of paging, where your secondary memory is divided into pages and your main memory is divided into frames, and then those pages are converted into frames or they are being loaded into frames, and then with the conversion of logical address to physical address, CPU can access those pages from the main memory. Then the next concept that which we had seen was segmentation. In segmentation, your secondary memory is divided into segments. Again, those segments are loaded inside the main memory with the help of the segment table. And then again, same logical to physical address conversion technique is being used in order to access the contents which are there inside the main memory. And then the CPU selects those contents and completes the execution. Now we have something apart from the memories like primary and secondary memory inside the computer system. We also have a virtual memory inside the operating system. Now, any idea what does this virtual memory mean, or what is that virtual memory? Does anybody know?
Ma'am, virtual memory means the memory which can be virtually provided to the user. It's
Okay.
not installed from first.
Okay. So this memory is not there into the system initially. It is being created by doing some changes into the primary memory and secondary memory. So we all know that computer system has two memory, that is primary called as RAM and secondary, that is nothing but the hard disk. So initially all your, when we compare the primary and secondary memory, the size of the primary memory is less as compared to the size of your secondary memory. But by using these two memory, that is primary and secondary memory, or by making some movement and changes into these memory, we can come up with a virtual memory. So virtual memory is a memory management capability of an operating system that uses hardware and software to allow a computer to compensate for physical memory storage by temporarily transferring the data from the RAM to the disk storage. Now, what did I say? We have two types of memory, primary, which is RAM, and secondary, which is your hard disk. So now when what happens is, if I want to create this virtual memory, what do I do is, from the secondary memory, whatever temporary files which are created or whatever unwanted files which are being created by some programs or by some processes, all those files are being deleted. Some of the files of the RAM are temporarily being transferred into the secondary memory in the place where those files are being deleted, and then the space which is created in the primary memory by transferring those files to secondary memory is considered to be as virtual memory. I repeat again, we have secondary memory as hard disk, we have primary memory as RAM. Now, what do we have in secondary memory? That is hard disk. We have user programs, we have user files, we have user applications. Now, all these files, applications, and programs related to the users, which are there in the secondary memory, some of the temporary files, some of the configuration files are automatically being created because of those application programs and softwares. So now what will system do in order to create a virtual memory? First of all, it will go into the secondary memory and delete all these configuration files or temporary files which are automatically being created. So when this system deletes this file, there is some space created in the secondary memory. Now what is transferred in that secondary memory is some of the files from primary memory, that is from the RAM. Some of the files will be temporarily swapped into the secondary memory. They are not being deleted, they are temporarily being swapped. So now when the files are going from primary memory to secondary memory, again there is some space created in the primary memory. So we consider that memory as a virtual memory. Okay. Once the work of that virtual memory is being completed, all the files which were loaded temporarily into the secondary memory will be brought again into the primary memory. So we are transferring and making some changes into primary and secondary memory in order to create this virtual memory. Okay, now what can be stored in virtual memory? It can be any user programs which wants to get executed, or it can be any user application which wants to be run for the purpose of completing the execution. Okay, so whatever we store in RAM and in the hard disk can be stored in your virtual memory also. So virtual memory is increased by using the active memory in the RAM and inactive memory in the hard disk. So what did I do? Whatever was active in RAM, I had transferred that into the inactive part of your hard disk. Inactive means by deleting those temporary and configuration files which are never being used. So I will delete those files, system will delete those files and move the active part of RAM into that inactive part of the hard disk. And then whatever is being created in the primary memory, that is in the RAM, will be considered to be as a virtual memory. Okay, virtual memory was developed at a time when physical memory, that is the installed RAM, was expensive. So as we say that RAM, since it is an expensive part, so we indirectly say that virtual memory is also very expensive. Why? Because we are creating that expensive memory on the RAM, and hence if RAM is expensive, your virtual memory also becomes expensive. Okay. With virtual memory, a system can load large number of programs or multiple programs that are running at the same time, allowing each of the program to operate as many times as it can without having to purchase more RAM. So what did I do? Did I purchase a new RAM because my memory was full? No. I created space in secondary memory. I transmitted primary into secondary, and then I created a virtual memory. So I did not purchase any new RAM since my memory was filled up. I created a memory in my system by doing or by transferring these files from one place to another place. And what I can do in my RAM, same things can be done in your virtual memory also. I can load as number of processes I can, depending on how much is the space. I can run all those programs as single processes, or I can run them as a multiple processes. That is whatever we have seen up till now. I can schedule those processes. I can execute them or multiple, like in multiple programming environment. That is, I can have one program entering into the system at the same time. If it goes for some IO resources, I can load second also inside. So whatever I can do with the primary memory, I can do everything with the virtual memory also. Okay, is this clear up to here?
Yes, ma'am.
What is virtual memory? So there is no difference. It is just a memory that is being created by doing some adjustments, and whatever we can do with the RAM memory, everything is possible with the processes in the virtual memory also. Okay. While copying virtual memory to physical, yes.
How does it differ from swap?
How does it differ from
Swap.
swap? Is what in swap I am temporarily moving in and out the processes, whereas here what I'm doing, I'm completely removing the files and putting it into the secondary memory unless and until I do not finish the execution of all these processes which are there in the virtual memory. So it may happen that it may take some months, it may take few years also. But what is happening with the processes in the swapping, I am just moving out the process for some amount of time. What was happening, P1, P2, P3 प्रोसेसेस है, उसमें P1, P2 अभी रनिंग में थे, P3 सेकेंडरी मेमोरी में स्टोर था. तो जब तक P1 का IO वेट नहीं होता है तब तक ही मैंने P3 को स्वैप इन किया. बट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन वर्चुअल मेमोरी, आई एम कॉपिंग द फाइल्स. मैंने टेम्पररी रैम की जो फाइल्स है, फॉर एग्जांपल एसक्यूएल सर्वर है, मेरे पास जावा है, ये दो मुझे अभी नहीं चाहिए फॉर एग्जांपल. So I can put them into the secondary memory unless and until I want to finish the execution of the processes. So as long as I complete the execution of processes, I will bring back those memory. Second thing, in swapping, I am not deleting anything. Whatever is there is as it is. But what is happening in virtual memory, secondary memory में जो unwanted files है वो delete हो रहे हैं. And because of that deletion, I am able to make this space. Whereas in swapping, I am not making space anywhere by deleting anything. Understanding? Yes, Nishit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So while copying the virtual memory into physical memory, the operating system divides the memory into page files or swap files with a fixed number of addresses. So when I try to create this virtual memory, Where is this virtual memory created? It is created in your main memory, also called as physical memory or RAM. So now what is physical memory understanding? Your OS, if you remember yesterday's lecture, your physical memory or the main memory is divided into two parts. One is with respect to your operating system and another is with respect to your user processes, correct? So how are those user processes being created or how are they stored? They are stored by dividing either into pages by using the concept of paging, or either they are divided into segments by using the concept of segmentation. Okay, so here also when I put the virtual memory, I can have these concept of paging and segmentation also, and when I do this, I will get fixed number of memory address from where to where I have stored the I have to store the data in the main memory. And how do I get that address? By the conversion of logical to physical. In both the cases, that is segmentation as well as paging. Each page which is stored on the disk, and when the page is needed, the operating system will copy it into the disk of main memory and translate the virtual address into real address. So we know this. Now after creating a virtual memory also, if I have some programs in virtual memory which are related to the programs in secondary memory, and if I want to run that program from virtual memory and उसका अगर part secondary memory में है, तो what I have to do is I have to bring that part of secondary memory into the main memory or again. So when I do that, again I have to do the concept of changing the logical address to physical address. ऐसा क्यों? Because virtual memory में जो program था, उसका half part is there in secondary memory. If it is not there in secondary memory, I do not have to do any conversion. CPU will simply pick up that program and finish the execution. But if at all there is some part related into the secondary memory, at that time I have to load it from the secondary into the main memory and then restart the execution of the CPU. Okay. So we have types of virtual memory. The computer's memory management unit. So we have seen this memory management unit yesterday. It handles all the memory operations, including managing of virtual memory. So it is not only going to handle the operations respect to memory, but it is also going to handle the manage the memory. Therefore, it is called as memory management unit. In most of the computers, the MMU hardware is integrated inside the CPU. That means CPU chip ke andar hi you have this MMU, which is going to operate all the operations with respect to memory as well as manage the memory. But in most of the part, it is as a separate IC. Like how we have processor as a IC, your MMU will be a separate IC on your motherboard. But nowadays, all the CPU that you get, you have MMU integrated into it. Integrated means the chip is there inside the CPU itself. There are two ways in which the virtual memory can be handled. Same two concept, paging and segmentation. Where in paging, your memory is divided into pages, and in segmentation, your data is divided into segments. Your paging concepts has page table, your segmentation has segment table. Now, can anyone tell me what is a page table? Or what is there inside a page table?
Page number and page offset.
Okay, it is page number and page offset, correct. And what is there in the segment table? What is there in the segment table? Any idea? It has
Segment number and offset.
It has segment. Okay, from segment number and offset, I get an entry into segment table. But segment table will give me the base and the limit. So by using that base and adding the limit, I get a ending address. So your page table has page number and offset. Your segment table, by using that segment number, you get an entry into the segment table, which will give me the base and the limit. Okay. So we know this paging divides the memory into different segments called as pages. Each page has some size. Maybe it can be 1 KB, 4 KB, 5 KB, anything. When a computer uses this RAM, the pages not in use are transferred to the section of a hard disk, and the one which are used are brought inside the memory. Now here we use a concept of swapping. Now why that concept of swapping is used is because we are using something called as demand paging. Now what do you mean by demand paging? What is happening in paging? I have the memory divided into pages and I load that pages into the main memory. But when a program is in the virtual memory and when I'm executing it from virtual memory, I do not load all the pages. I will load only those pages which are demanded. What did I say? Half of the program is in virtual memory. Uska related to half program is in secondary memory. So I will bring only that half program जिसका reference चाहिए मुझे. So I will bring only those pages of those programs, or I will demand only for those pages in the secondary memory, and only those many pages will be loaded into the main memory, and then the CPU will execute. So I will not load all the pages which are there in the secondary memory. I will demand only the pages which are required with respect to the process in the virtual memory. वो वर्चुअल मेमोरी में जो प्रोसेस है उसको जितने पेजेस चाहिए सेकेंडरी मेमोरी में से उतने ही पेजेस आई विल रिक्वेस्ट टू बी लोडेड. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज डिमांड पेजिंग. आई डिमांडेड फॉर ओनली दोज पेजेस and I will be loading only those many pages into the main memory. So virtual memory uses this concept of demand paging where unnecessary pages are not loaded. Only the pages with respect to execution of one particular process are loaded inside the main memory. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
What we were doing in the yesterday's paging section or in the yesterday's paging concept, P1 के 4 पेजेस है, P2 के 4 पेजेस है, P3 के 4 पेजेस है, P4 के 4 पेजेस है. पहले कौन एग्जीक्यूट होगा अकॉर्डिंग टू द एल्गोरिदम प्रोसेसेस विल बी सिलेक्टेड. बट मैंने क्या किए, चारों प्रोसेस आ गए, चारों प्रोसेस के पेजेस को फ्रेम्स में लोड कर दिया. बट दिस टाइम इन वर्चुअल मेमोरी आई विल नॉट डू लाइक दैट. दो आई हैव P1, P2, P3, P4 in a queue to execute. But since I know that only one is going to be executed at a time, so I will only bring one into virtual memory. And then if that virtual memory ka process has a reference in the secondary memory, I will select only those many process pages from the secondary memory and then continue with the execution. I will not load the pages of P1, P2, P3, P4 from the secondary memory in the RAM. Why? Because I do not have that much space. I already have created the space for virtual memory, and in that also if I load unwanted pages, my RAM or my physical memory will completely be filled up. So I cannot do anything in such case if entire memory is being filled up. Therefore, I will be demanding for the pages only for the process which is currently going to execute. If that goes out, whichever comes next, I will demand for those pages from the secondary memory. Are you understanding this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And this concept is called as demand paging. Demand for pages which are required and only load them from the secondary into main memory for the purpose of execution. Once the execution and the result with respect to that process is completed, and if that process goes out, load the second process into virtual memory. Again, demand for those pages of process from the secondary memory if they require. Nahi hai to directly complete the execution from the main memory and put that process also out from the system. Okay. So see, what is this? Transfer of page memory to contiguous disk space. So this is what is your main memory. This is what is your secondary memory. So I have a program A. If a program, whatever is required in the program A, I will keep on moving it from physical memory to my secondary memory. But when I go into the secondary memory, there are contiguous blocks over there with respect to one program. So program A is stored in block number 4, 5, 6, 7, which is in contiguous. Again, program B is also inside your secondary memory stored in contiguous. So when a program A is working or when a program A is executing, only those pages, that is 4, 5 and 6, 7 will be loaded into the main memory. Once the execution of 4, 5, 6, 7 is completed, they will go out, get stored into the secondary memory, and program B will come in. If they require any pages from the secondary memory, yes, they require 17, 18, 19. So those pages will be swapped in your main memory. So one will be swapped in. When that will go out, the other will swap in. Okay. How are they? They have to be in continuous in the secondary memory also. Understood up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now page table when some pages are not in the main memory. So what did I say? When the pages are not there in the when the pages are not in the main memory, what do? Is you demand for the pages from the secondary memory, and then using the concept of demand paging, you load only those many pages which are required. So see, this is your logical memory. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. What are these? These are the pages. These are nothing but the reference or the numbers to those pages. Now what will happen is, in the page table, what was happening up till now, we had a page numbers and we had a frames, in which frames what was getting stored. So I have A, that which is a page which will be going inside the physical memory. I have page B going inside the physical memory. I will have page C going inside the physical memory. So A से H तक सारे pages है जो main memory में store होंगे. तो मुझे A main memory में किधर है वो कहाँ से पता चलता था? From the page table. So page table was telling me what is the frame, and then with the help of that frame number I was going inside the main memory. Do you remember this? We had done it yesterday. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now what it is telling me, that your first bit, that is A, is stored on frame number 4. So when you go to frame number 4, you get A. Okay. Then next you have on frame number 9, you have the one, you have a page which is at the location 5. So 5 के पास क्या है? F. So on the frame 9, I have F stored. So on the frame 9, I have F stored. Now, at the bit, sorry, frame number 6, you have the page at number 2. So which is a page at number 2? C. So where is C? C is in the frame number 6. Are you understanding? Are you understanding this? It is same thing like yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
Now can you see one more bit over here, which is written as VI, something like that. And it is called as valid or invalid bit, which means what? अगर frame number present है, that means you have a data and therefore it is called as valid bit. जिधर भी frame नहीं है, that means उधर data नहीं है and it is invalid bit. So wherever you have invalid means what? You have to load those pages from the secondary memory. Are you understanding? जिधर वैलिड है मतलब क्या? उसका हाँ, जिसका वैलिड है मतलब उसका फ्रेम नंबर है एंड यू कैन डायरेक्टली गो टू द फिजिकल मेमोरी एंड एक्सट्रैक्ट. बट जिसका फ्रेम नंबर नहीं है, दैट मीन्स इट इज इनवैलिड, विच मीन्स व्हाट? यू हैव टू लोड ओनली दोज पेजेस फ्रॉम द सेकेंडरी मेमोरी. सो नाउ विच पेजेस यू विल लोड? यू विल लोड A है, C है और F है. तो you have to load B, D, E, G and H. From where? From the secondary memory. So are they there in the secondary memory? Yes, they are there in the secondary memory. You have to load them from the secondary memory directly into the main memory. Okay. Now, if suppose you do not require process H नहीं चाहिए, तो you will mark it as invalid and you will not load it from the main memory. Why? Because you do not require that process for now. So you are not required to load that process unnecessary from secondary to main memory. Clear? Why? Because demand paging says only demand for those pages which are required by the process. Do not demand for the one which are not required. So how do you identify whether it is being required or not required? With the help of this valid and invalid bits. अगर valid means what? अभी आपको सिर्फ A, B, A, C, F ही चाहिए. तो A, C, F को पहले execution खत्म करो, बाद में you load B, C, D, F, whatever, whichever you want. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we have something called as page fault. Can you tell me what is page fault? Any idea what can be a page fault?
The page means the data in the page is some tampered.
Okay, we cannot say the data is tampered, but we say that I was searching for that page in the main memory, but I did not find it in the main memory, therefore I say page fault. So for example, मुझे इधर क्या बोला है कि A valid है. Yes, A valid है, मतलब क्या? A आपका main memory में होना ही चाहिए, correct? But when I means when CPU go and search, and if I did not find A by any reason, I call it as page fault. What do you mean by page hit? I was searching for A inside the main memory and I found A, therefore it is page hit. Okay, so when I'm searching for a page in the main memory and if that page is found, I call it as page hit. But if I'm searching for a page and if that page is not found, I call it as page fault. So for example, again, I will search for B in the main memory. Will I get B anywhere in the main memory?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, मैंने 0, 1, 2, 3, 15 तक सब search किया, मुझे B नहीं मिला. Which means what? It is a page fault. And what do I do in that cases? I try to load B from secondary memory into the main memory. Okay. So page fault is page not there in the main memory. So if you want, you load it. If you don't want it, keep it as it is. But page hit is what? You go and you find it in the main memory. So what is actual difference in page fault? You are wasting some amount of time for loading the page since it was not there. But in page hit, you do not waste time because whatever you are searching is already there inside the main memory. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now let us see what is this virtual memory management system. So we are almost aware about this. Let us repeat the same thing again. We have secondary memory, we have main memory, we'll have CPU, and we'll have page table with respect to those pages which are there inside the secondary memory. Okay. Now, what is there in the secondary memory? I have two processes, process P1, process P2. P1 divided into 4 pages, 0, 1, 2, 3. P2 divided into 4 pages, 0, 1, 2, 3. P1 का page table is this. P2 का page table is this. CPU के पास क्या रहेगा? CPU क्या करेगा? CPU wants to go to this main memory, correct? Can it go directly to the main memory? नहीं. हमने क्या देखा? CPU generate करता है logical address, main memory को समझता है physical address. So CPU cannot go directly into the main memory. CPU will use these two page tables, and then with the help of these two page tables, it will find the frame number and then it will go inside the main memory. Am I correct up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. CPU will generate a logical address. That logical address is nothing but page number and offset. Page number हमको कहाँ से मिलता है? Page table से मिलता है. Therefore, indirectly CPU will access these two page tables in order to get an entry inside the main memory. So process P1, this is the page table. Let us see what is the information. We have page 0, 1, 2, 3. We have the frame numbers. We know which bits are present, which bit are absent. Okay. Let us ignore the remaining 3 bits. That is not utilized. So we only want these two things, these 3 things: page number, frame number, or absent or present. Absent or present means valid bit के invalid bit. अगर 1 mark किया है means it is valid bit, 0 mark किया है means it is invalid. Invalid मतलब it is not required now. If you want, you will load it in future. Why? Because I am doing virtual memory management. तो virtual में क्या है? जितना demanded है उतना ही लाओ with the help of demand paging. जितना चाहिए load only that much, जो नहीं चाहिए please do not load them. तो मुझे from this table P1 or from the process P1, right now I want only page 1 and 2. Therefore, I have loaded only 1 and 2. Remaining 0 and 3 are not required now. Therefore, I have not demanded for them. Is this clear up to here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Paging concept में क्या होता है? I will load 0 also, 1 also, 2 also, 3 also. But this will not happen if it is demand paging. So page number 1 of process 1 is stored in which frame? In frame number 2. So go to frame number 2. I have page 1 of process 1. Understood? Where is page number 2 of process 1? It is in frame 3. So go to frame 3. I have page 2 of process 1. Clear up till here? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Now come to process 2. Process 2 में कितने pages है? 0, 1, 2, 3. Will I load everyone? No. I will load only the one which I require. So कौन सा require है अभी? Page 0. Page 0 कौन से frame पे है? 4th frame पे. So on frame number 4, I have process page 0 of process P2. Understanding? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, apart from this, what do I have? I also have a page table stored on frame number 5, and I have page table of process P2 on frame number 7. So what is CPU having? CPU is already having information of frame 5 and frame 7. So how is CPU going to this page table? It is going to this page table by referring the main memory, by searching the main memory. So अभी तक क्या हो रहा था? CPU page number और offset generate कर रहा था. But now CPU will not generate page table and page number and offset. It will directly go into the main memory and try to search for page table. So once the page table is out, then only it will get the details of this respective processes. जब तक उसको पेज टेबल नहीं मिलता तब तक उसको मेमोरी में ढूंढ के भी ये पेजेस के इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं मिलेंगे. Okay, so can you see here CPU is storing 5 and 7. What is that 5? 5 is nothing but the information of page table with respect to P1, and what is 7? Information of page table with respect to process P2. Okay. Now can you see this 0 and 1 is already stored for OS. What does this mean? If you remember yesterday, your main memory is divided into two. Some of the part is kept for operating system, and then the remaining part is kept for the user related processes. So your main memory divided into two portion. Some is already reserved for OS, and the remaining, which is empty, you can keep loading your user processes for purpose of execution. Clear? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we have some concept of translation look aside buffer called as TLB, which is used only in demand paging. तो जब भी आप demand paging का concept use करोगे तभी you can make use of this TLB, that is translation look aside buffer. Now let us see what this translation look aside buffer tries to tell us. It can be defined as a memory cache which can be used to reduce the time taken to access the page table again and again. What are we doing up till here? CPU को किधर मेन मेमोरी में जाना है तो पहले पेज टेबल के पास जाओ, पेज टेबल से फ्रेम नंबर लो, फिर फ्रेम नंबर लेके मेन मेमोरी में जाओ. We are doing this in virtual memory management also, and we are doing same thing in the normal paging also. CPU generates logical address, which is page number and offset. With the page number, it is going in the page table. Then from the page table, it is getting the frame number. Then it is going to the main memory. With the frame number, it is extracting the pages. Are we doing this up till now? Yes. But what is this TLB telling? That since again and again we are going to the page table, taking the frame, then again for new process, go to the page table, take the frame. So you are wasting time in doing this by again and again referring and accessing the page table. Okay. So now what is this TLB? It is a memory cache, and this memory cache is kept very nearer to the CPU. Very nearer to the CPU means memory, main memory से भी ज़्यादा नज़दीक में ये memory cache stored है. क्यों उसको नाम कैश दिया है? Because cache is the fastest memory and the CPU will first search the cache rather than going to the main memory and secondary memory. Yes or no?
Yes.
Why cache memory is the fastest memory? Every time CPU will first search cache and register. नहीं मिला तो वो main memory और secondary में आगे ढूंढने जाएगा. So since this is a cache and it is very closer to the CPU, what is that memory cache? It is this TLB. Okay, so this TLB, which is a memory cache, is kept very nearer to the CPU. So what will CPU do? Instead of going to the page table first, it will first check the TLB. Since why it will check the TLB? Because it is taking less time to access TLB as compared to the time taken to go and access the page table and then go to the main memory. So let us look the diagram first. What will happen? TLB नजदीक है CPU से, CPU directly TLB में जाके ढूंढेगा और अगर TLB में मिल गया तो वो डायरेक्टली मेन मेमोरी में से जाके डेटा एक्सट्रैक्ट करेगा. बट इफ इट इज नॉट देयर इन द TLB, इट हैज टू गो एंड रेफर टू द पेज टेबल. बिकॉज अगर TLB में नहीं है तो पेज टेबल ही बता सकता है कि वो पेज मेन मेमोरी में कहाँ पर है. ओके, सो व्हाट डू वी हैव इन दिस TLB, that is in the translation look aside buffer? We have some tags and we have keys. So we do not have any page number, we do not have any offset. We have two things which are called as tags and keys. With the help of this tag and key, a mapping is done. किसका mapping? कि वो पेज मेन मेमोरी में किधर है वो कौन बताएगा? वो tag और key बताएगा. So if the data is found in the TLB, which means what? I know now where is the data in the main memory. I do not have to go to the page table. So TLB hit is a condition where the desired entry is found in the TLB. तो TLB hit मतलब क्या? I searched in the TLB और मुझे TLB में ही मिल गया. Therefore I call as TLB hit. But when there will be a TLB fault, when I go into the TLB and I do not find anything with respect to that page, hence there was TLB fault. Therefore I went into the page table and there I got a page hit. समझ रहे हैं?
Yes, ma'am.
My data is in the paging up till now. Page table में था. बट सिंस पेज टेबल के पास बार बार जाके टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा था, इसलिए हमने ये TLB करके मेमोरी कैश बनाया. किधर है ये मेमोरी कैश? बिटवीन योर पेज टेबल एंड योर CPU. तो सीपीयू को पेज टेबल तक जाने के लिए टाइम लग रहा है, तो टू रिड्यूस दैट टाइम मैंने टीएलबी बनाया. व्हाट इज दैट टीएलबी? इट हैज टैग्स एंड कीज. व्हाट आर द टैग्स एंड कीज गोइंग टू टेल यू कि वेयर इज द पेज इन द मेन मेमोरी. So if I found the entry of that page, I call it as TLB hit. If that entry is not found in the TLB, I call it as TLB fault. And whenever there is a TLB fault, I have to compulsorily go into the page table, and then I have to extract the data from the page table and then go inside the main memory. Okay? So if the entry is not found in the TLB, I call it as TLB miss or TLB fault. And then the CPU has to access the page table and go and get access to the main memory. Therefore, in case of TLB hit, the effective access time is lesser as compared to TLB miss. That means TLB hit hamesha hoga, but there are very rare cases where there will be a TLB fault or TLB miss. So let us see the diagram of that TLB. I have a CPU, I had page table and I had main memory. तो अभी तक मेरे डायग्राम में सीपीयू डायरेक्ट पेज टेबल के पास जाता था, पेज टेबल से डायरेक्ट मेन मेमोरी में जाके डेटा एक्सट्रैक्ट करता था. बट व्हाट डिड आई क्रिएट इन बिटवीन सीपीयू एंड इन पेज टेबल? आई क्रिएटेड दिस टीएलबी. ये टीएलबी का काम क्या है? टू गिव यू अ डायरेक्ट एक्सेस टू द मेन मेमोरी instead of going into the page table and then calculating the frame number and offset and this and that and then going into the main memory. So what is this CPU? Sorry, what is this TLB having? It is the key and the tags. What are these tags? The tags are nothing but the direct address of your main memory, and key is nothing but the page inside the main memory. So अगर page 1 है and if the page 1 is starting at the location 0000, so what I have stored in TLB is P1 in the form of key and tag के जगह पे I have stored 0000. So what will what will a CPU do? It will go into this TLB and it will search for P1. So it has found P1. P1 किधर है? 0000 पे. So it will directly go to 0000 and access P1. Therefore, it is called as TLB hit. Now suppose it was searching for P1 and P1 इधर मिला ही नहीं. So what does that mean? That means it is a TLB fault or it is a TLB miss. Therefore, it will go into the page table. It will calculate that frame number. It will calculate that offset, and then it will go inside the main memory. Understood? So the address and the process in the form of key and tag are already stored inside the TLB table, and with the help of that, I am directly accessing the main memory. Clear up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do? Is we find out the probability, or we call it as effective access time. How do I calculate this effective access time? We calculate it by the formula called as, we do not have any sums on this. It is just a formula given how to calculate the time. So effective access time by using the TLB, what is the formula? T plus M plus 1 minus P plus K into M plus M. Where what is the P? P is nothing but the TLB hit rate. What is this T? T is time taken to access that TLB. What is M? M is time taken to access the main memory, and K will always remain constant 1. Okay. So P is nothing but the hit rate of TLB. T is time taken to access the table TLB, which is obviously going to be less as compared to page table. And M is after the TLB hit is found, how much time did I take to access the main memory as compared to accessing the page table and then the main memory. Okay. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So is the concept of demand paging and virtual memory understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts so far?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so shall we go to the next topic and the last topic of chapter 6?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Get your book and pen. We are going to do some sums. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody, I can hear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Girls, ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see the screen written as FIFO new MP4?
No, ma'am.
नहीं दिख रहा?
हम स्क्रीन दिख रहा है पर फीफो नहीं दिख रहा है.
MP4 दिख रहा है?
हाँ, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
स्क्रीन में कुछ empty boxes दिख रहे हैं?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, ठीक है. Now see, the next topic is page replacement algorithms. Now what do you mean by page replacement algorithm? अभी हमने क्या देखा? जितना फ्रेम का साइज है आप उतना ही पेजेस लोड कर सकते हो. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
कल हमने क्या देखा था? You have process P1, P2, P3, P4. All the 4 processes are divided into 4 pages, and your main memory is also having 16 slots of 16 KB. जिधर एक प्रोसेस एक KB का आ सकता है. Yes or no? Then what did we see? मैंने P2, P4 को बाहर निकाला और P5 को लोड किया. Yes or no? So अगर suppose P1, P2, P3, P4 already है और P5 को आना है, can P5 get accommodated in the main memory?
No, ma'am.
No. Why it cannot be accommodated in the main memory? Because I do not have space. मेरे पास जगह ही नहीं है. तो जब तक मैं कोई भी एक प्रोसेस को निकालती नहीं हूँ या फिर P1, P2, P3, P4 को, तब तक I cannot load P5. Correct? So what did I do? I removed P4 and P2 and then I loaded P5. So I replaced 2 and 4 with P5. So we call that concept as page replacement concept, where I am replacing some pages with some another pages of some new process. Okay. So we do this replacement with the help of algorithms. Which are those? There are 3 algorithms: P1, P2, and FIFO, LRU, and optimal. So FIFO is first in, first out. तो जो पहले आया अंदर वो पहले बाहर जाएगा. तो जो पेज पहले अंदर आएगा वो पेज पहले ही बाहर जाएगा. Next is LRU. What is LRU? Least recently used. That means I will check past. Past में जब से जितना जो भी process कम आया वो process को I will replace. And what is OPT? It is optimal. That means I will check the future. तो future में अगर मुझे वो पेज नहीं लगने वाला है तो I will replace the current process with that future used process. Okay. So when I start this algorithm, I have a reference string. Reference string means the pages that I want to load in the memory. And I will be given with a frame size. कि आप frame में कितने pages डाल सकते हो. So these two things will be given to you in the question, where reference string is nothing but the pages and frame size is the number. Depending on that number, you have to save the pages. If suppose frame size is not given, you can assume the size on your own. Okay? Listen to the algorithm now.
So let us start with the first page replacement algorithm.
Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The first page replacement algorithm. First in, first out. Okay. So the pages which will come in first will be going out first. Now we know that your secondary memory has been divided into pages. And your main memory understands frames. Okay. So we have pages in the form of reference string. What are those reference string? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are nothing but the pages, also called as reference strings, which are now stored in the secondary memory. So this will be already given to you in the question, that consider the following reference string as so and so. Now we cannot take this data in the form of pages and give it directly to CPU for execution. We have to bring it inside the main memory, that is inside the frames, and then we can execute it from main memory.
So what is happening? These are my pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ये सारे pages है. किधर है ये pages? They are in the form of reference string inside the secondary memory. Can CPU take these pages directly and start the execution? No. they have to be brought in the frames. Why? Because main memory से selection होगा and main memory understands once brought after inside the frames, then only they can be selected by the CPU. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Along with this reference string, in the question you will also be given with the frame size.
Ma'am.
So frame size is equal to 3, for example, which means that
Yes.
Ma'am, your voice is repeating.
Ma'am, your voice is echoing because the presentation has its audio and the audio is also coming from your mic.
Oh, okay. I'll pause my mic.
Okay, ma'am.
So should I play it right from start?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, it's okay.
ठीक है. I will pause and then play. But फिर आवाज आएगा क्या?
मैम प्रेजेंटेशन का ऑडियो है ना?
मैम प्रेजेंटेशन का आप रिप्रेजेंट करो ऑडियो के साथ.
अच्छा ठीक.
the frame will be, that is this frame will be of the size 3 units or 3 blocks we can say, or 3 frames, where only 3 pages can be stored. If the frame size is 4, you will have 4 frames and 4 pages can be stored. Now let us see what does the algorithm mean. So we have to load these pages from the secondary memory into these frames for the CPU to select and start execution. So we load page 1. Before loading, there are 2 concepts. One is called as page fault and one is called as page hit. So page fault means what? That we are searching for a page and that page is not there in the memory, and since we are loading it, therefore there is a page fault. Page hit means the page which we want to load is already there into the memory and no need to load it again, hence we call it as page hit. So let us start with the first page 1. So we load it in the first frame 1. Then we take 2. So to load 2, we have to copy this 1 as it is, load 2. So now since page 1 was not there inside the memory, therefore we have a page fault. Page 2 was also not there, we loaded it, therefore we call it as page fault. Next we want to load 3, that is also not loaded, therefore we call it as page fault and we load 3 and copy 1 and 2 as it is. Next, when I want to load 4, do I have frame to load 4? No. So what does FIFO uses? It uses 2 concepts. One is either you check the which one out of these 3 has come first and replace that with the new page, or you check.
How should I do that, Nishit? I have this volume is also up and my system volume is also up.
Then no such way. We will adjust.
What are you not able to hear? I mean,
Ma'am, it's a little low. Just.
acha, okay.
The occurrence. Check the occurrence means count the occurrence. For example, occurrence of 1 is 3, occurrence of 2 is 2, and occurrence of 3 is 1. So whichever has occurred for more number of times, you replace that. So we go with the second method, that is by counting the occurrence. So to replace this 4 or to add 4, since 1 has occurred many times, so replace this 1 with 4 and copy 2 and 3 as it is. So this will be again a page fault. Next I want to load 1. So again to load 1, check the occurrence. For occurrence of 4 is 1, for 2 it is 3, and for 3 it is 2. So since occurrence of 2 is more, so replace 2 with 1, copy 4 and 3 as it is. So again there is a fault. Now to load 2, check the occurrence.
Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I had initially frame size is 3, so I can load only 3 pages. So I have load in the first frame, load 1. In the second frame, copy 1 as it is, load 2. In the third frame, copy 1, 2 as it is, load 3. So every time, depending on the number of the frame size, initially those many frames will have a page fault. Why? Because you are loading them. Okay. Now what did I do at a time of loading 4? I know that there are 2 concepts that a FIFO follows. Either you check पहले कौन सा आया 1, 2, 3 में से and जो आया उसको निकालो, or you check the occurrence. Occurrence means count, 1 कितनी बार आया, 2 कितनी बार आया, 3 कितनी बार आया. तो जो सबसे ज्यादा टाइम आया उसको आप रिप्लेस करोगे. So we go with the second concept, count the occurrence and replace that particular page. So I count 3, 1 3 times आया, 2 2 times आया था और 3 1 time आया था. So since the occurrence of 1 was more, therefore I replaced 1 with 4, and since I loaded 4 fresh, therefore I call it as page fault. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Occurrence of 4 is 2, occurrence of 1 is 1, occurrence of 3 is 3. So replace 3 with 2, copy 4 and 1 as it is with a page fault. Now I want to load 5. So to load 5, again check the occurrence. Occurrence of 4 is 3, of 1 is 2, and of 2 is 1. So since the occurrence of 4 is more, replace 4 with 5, copy 1 and 2 as it is. This will again be a page fault. Now to load 1, 1 is already there inside the memory. So do not reload it, simply copy it with all the remaining pages where we have a page hit over here. Why? Because I was searching for 1 was already been found, and hence there is a page hit.
Is this clear? Why I did not reload 1 then? Because it was already there in the memory. So if it is there in the memory, copy it in the next frame as it is and tell that there is a hit. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
For 2, same. 2 is already there in the memory. Copy as it is along with the remaining frames. So again there is a page hit over here. Next to load 3, check the occurrences. 5 is occurred for 3 times. 1 has occurred for 5 times. 2 has occurred for 4 times. So since the occurrence of 1 is more, so replace 1 with 3, copy 5 and 2 as it is with a page fault. Now when I want to load 4, again check the occurrences. Occurrence of 5 is 4, 3 is 1 and 2 is 5. So replace 4 in place of 2 and copy the remaining as it is with a page fault. Next is 5. 5 is already there in the memory. Do not reload it. Simply copy with all other pages as it is. So again there is a hit. So we have to calculate how many page faults are there and how many page hits are there. So we have total faults as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And how many hits do we have? We have 1, 2 and 3 hits. So this is how is your FIFO algorithm working. The one which comes inside will be the one to go outside first.
Is the algorithm clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt? So you check, count the occurrences. जो page का occurrence ज़्यादा है, blindly select that and replace with the new page. Only if the page is already there, do not reload it again. Consider it as a page hit. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello,
So-
ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, if the occurrence of two number is equal, then what will happen?
Sorry.
If the occurrence of two number is equal, then what will happen?
If the occurrence of two number is equal, for example, अभी यहाँ पे देखो, 1 5 times था, 2 4 times है, ठीक है ना? तो अभी अगर 1 भी 4 टाइम हुआ और 2 भी 4 टाइम हुआ, then you have to go with the first method. 1 और 2 में पहले कौन आया चेक करो. तो 1 पहले आया, इसलिए 1 से रिप्लेस करो. ठीक है?
मैम बट ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता ना, क्योंकि हम लोग एक टाइम पे एक ही नंबर लोड कर सकते हैं.
Yes. It will not happen. But in case अगर हुआ भी, तो you have to see which is the first one. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
So shall we go to the next algorithm?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So FIFO was what? Whichever is in first will go out first. And how do we send in and out? By counting the occurrence. Now next algorithm is LRU. LRU means what? Least recently used. तो मुझे past में जाना है और देखना है कौन सा कम यूज हुआ है. जो सबसे कम यूज हुआ रहेगा उसको भी replace it with the new page. So let us see that.
Now let us see the next algorithm, that is LRU, which stands for least recently used. So whichever pages are least recently used, we are going to replace those pages. So here again we have a reference string, which are nothing but the pages that are inside the secondary memory. So we have to convert them into the frames, or we have to put them into the frames which can be understood by your main memory, and then the CPU will select them for the purpose of execution. So we have the reference string as same 1 2 3 4 1 2 5 1 2 3 4 5. So what do we do here in least recently used is we go and check in the past whichever pages are not used in the past, or whichever are used in the past will be replaced. Again here we have a frame size. Frame size is 3. So we load page 1 with a page fault, load 1 and 2 with fault, load 1, 2 and 3 with page fault. Now when I want to load 4, what I will do is observing every time in the first 3 frames there is a page fault. Why? Because my frames are empty and I'm putting it new again and again. Therefore, every time there is a page fault. Understanding? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll take bit back and then I will play again. Okay? So that you don't miss the things which I have told you for 4. 1, 2 and 3 with page fault. Now when I want to load 4, what I will do is I will check 3 frames back. Which out of 3, 2 and 1 is least recently used? 3 was just used. Before that 2 was used. 1 is least recently used. So replace 1 with 4. Keep 2 and 3 as it is. Did you understand? When I want to put 4, I went in past. Past में कौन से loaded है? 3, 2 and 1. 3 is just loaded. उसके पहले 2 था. उसके एकदम पहले 1 था. Therefore I selected 1. Okay. So every time go 3 frames back and check whichever is the last. And whichever is the last, replace that with a new page. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, I'll take thoda back and then I will play. Okay. Replace 1 with 4. Keep 2 and 3 as it is. Since 4 is now newly loaded, hence it is fault. To load 1, go and check 4, 3 and 2 back. So out of 4, 3 and 2, 2 is least recently used. So replace 2 with 1 and make 4 and 3 copied as it is with a page fault. So for loading 1, I went 3 steps back. 3 steps back, I got 4, 3 and 2 pages. 4 was just loaded. उसके पहले 3 was also just loaded. 2 थोड़ा पहले था, तो I can replace that 2. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So I am going in the past. Whichever is least recently used in the past, replace that. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Used, so replace 2 with 1 and make 4 and 3 copied as it is with a page fault. Now to load 2, again go back from 3, 4 and 1, whichever is least recently used, that is 3, replace 3 with 2, copy 4 and 1 as it is with a page fault. Now to replace 5, again go 3 pages back and check which is least recently used out of 4, 1 and 2. Since 4 is least recently used, so replace 4 with 5 and copy 1 and 2 as it is with a page fault. Now to load 1, since 1 is already there, so copy it as it is along with other 2 pages with a page hit. So this is a page hit. Now again to load 2, load 2 is already there. So we simply copy that 2 in the memory again. Copy 1 and 5 as it is with a page hit. Now when I come to 3 or to the next page, and when I want to load this, I will not consider the page hits over here. I have to go more behind 3 frames, that is from 1, 2 and 5, I have to replace the page which is least recently used. Did you understand what did I do here?
Yes, ma'am.
Whenever there is a page hit and whichever is the next page if you want to load, when you go in the past, you don't have to consider the ones which are already in the page hit. You will go more back in the past and consider the previous 3 frames. Okay, so this is the difference in your FIFO and LRU. अब तक आपको ऐसे ही लगता रहेगा कि FIFO और LRU सेम है, जो पहले आया है वही जा रहा है. But when will the change occur? Whenever you find a hit. Okay, when you find the hit, what is happening? We are not considering those two because hit is what I don't want to reload them again and again. Therefore, there is a hit. Correct? So whenever you want to load a new page in LRU, do not consider the hits. Consider the previous or the past faults and select the ones from the past faults. Clear?
Ma'am,
Okay. I'll
ma'am,
take.
here also one will be replaced now as the same as FIFO.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है,
Because
एक मिनट उसको होने दो रिप्लेस. क्यों? क्योंकि वो पास्ट में आया इसलिए रिप्लेस हुआ. इट माइट हैपन दैट इट विल नॉट कम इन द पास्ट. दैट इज द डिफरेंस आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू. आया तो इट इज गेटिंग रिप्लेस्ड, देन वी कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग. बट इफ इट डजंट कम, इट मे हैपन दैट सपोज यहाँ पे 1 के जगह 4 था, जहाँ पे अभी हमने 1 है, 3 पास्ट में जाके जिधर 1 है, मे बी अगर उधर 4 होता तो आई विल हैव चेंज 4. बट अभी अगर 1 है तो आई कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग, आई हैव टू चेंज, लेट इट कम इन द हिट. But I did not consider the one which was just loaded. I considered the one which was previously loaded. Okay. It may happen for the same thing with respect to 2 also. But what I did not consider the recent hit. I went in the past faults and I checked from the past faults. If it is coming from the past faults, I can replace. Okay. Yes.
okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
5, I have to replace the page which is least recently used. So in the frame, if you encounter any hits in least recently used, avoid taking those hits for considering in the LRU form. So from 1, 2 and 5, 1 is least recently used, so replace 1 with 3 and copy the remaining as it is with page fault. Now to replace 4, I will be checking 3. I cannot use these 2 hits, so I will check 3, 5 and 2. So from 3, 5 and 2, 2 is least recently used, so replace it with 4 and other as it is with a page fault. Now since 5 is already in the memory, so copy it as it is with all the other frames with a page hit. So now we count total number of faults in LRU. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. With how many hits? Hits is equal to 1, 2 and 3. So this is what is least recently used. So the one which is not used recently or is being used very less in the past is to be replaced.
Okay, so what is the biggest difference? You just check, consider the hits in FIFO, you don't consider that hits in LRU. Now ऐसा बाय फ्लूक हो सकता है कि अगर हिट्स में कंसिडर नहीं करके भी you have to replace that algorithm because that was the replace that page because that was the least recently used page. Okay,
Ma'am,
yeah.
ma'am, but the least recently used means it was used the last time. But in the in this slide,
Recently used.
yes, understood. But in this slide, the 1 was recently used, but it got still replaced. The 5 was not used.
It was not recently used. Recently used means it was not reloaded. Recently used means recently load किया है. That is what is recently used. Did I loaded it recently? नहीं. But I loaded 5 recently. I loaded 4 recently. Did I reload it? नहीं. वो पहले से ही था and I'm continuing it. Okay, least recently used means past में वो ज़्यादा use नहीं हुआ है. कैसे you will make that understand by checking कि वो कभी लोड हुआ और कभी लोड नहीं हुआ या कितना जल्दी लोड हुआ. अभी हमने 1, 2, 3 के लिए क्या चेक किया? जब मुझे 4 डालना था पेज, व्हाट डिड आई चेक, 3 कभी यूज हुआ है तो 3 जस्ट यूज हुआ था, सो आई कैन नॉट रिप्लेस. उसके पहले कौन था, 2, दैट आल्सो आई कैन नॉट रिप्लेस, बट 1 थोड़ा पहले था, सो आई कैन रिप्लेस दैट. ओके, क्यों, बिकॉज 3 जस्ट लोड किया, 2 उसके पहले जस्ट लोड किया और 1 बहुत पहले ही लोड किया हुआ था. अंडरस्टैंडिंग?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so is LRU and FIFO clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So we go to the last algorithm, that is optimal. Now हम LRU में क्या करते थे, we used to check the past, but in optimal we will check future. Future में जो use मतलब बहुत लेट यूज हो रहा है उसको हम रिप्लेस करेंगे. Okay,
So we go to the last algorithm of page replacement, which is optimal, also called as OPT. Now what do we do over here is we check the future. If the pages are going to be used in late or if they are going to be used in future, we are going to replace them. So again here you have a reference string which are same pages, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Again we have a frame size as 3. Same concept for page fault and page hit will be used. So let us load the first page, that is 1 with a page fault, load 2 with a page fault, load 3 with a page fault. Now what is to be done when I want to load 4? I will be checking the future occurrences. Let us check. Can I replace 1? No, 1 will be required immediately next. Can I replace 2? No, I require 2 after that. But can I replace 3? Yes, I require 3, but it is in future. So I can replace 3 with 4 and keep 1 and 2 as it is with a page fault. Now,
अंडरस्टूड. 1 मुझे एकदम बाद में चाहिए तो मैं उसको नहीं रिप्लेस करती. 2 भी उसके बाद ही चाहिए तो आई कैन नॉट डू दैट ऑल्सो. 3 भी मुझे चाहिए बट थोड़ा टाइम है, उसके बीच में 5, 1, 2 है, सो आई कैन रिप्लेस 3 विथ 4. समझा?
मैम लेकिन इधर तो हम लोग को रेफरेंस स्ट्रिंग दे रहे हैं, लेकिन असली रियल लाइफ सिनेरियो में सीपीयू को नहीं पता कि उसको बाद में कौन से पेजेस लोड करने हैं, तो फिर हमें पहले से कैसे पता होगा कि कौन सा पेज कब लोड होने वाला है?
दिस विल हैपन इफ इट इज डिमांड पेजिंग, बट हम डिमांड पेजिंग नहीं कर रहे, हम नॉर्मल पेजिंग यूज कर रहे हैं. तो पेजिंग में तो मुझे जो जो एग्जीक्यूट करना है सारे है मेरे पास, तो मुझे पता है आज P1 के बाद P2 है, P2 के बाद P3 है. कभी मुझे नहीं पता है कि कौन आने वाला है डिमांड पेजिंग में, क्योंकि डिमांड पेजिंग में क्या कर रही हूँ, एक बार अंदर आने के बाद मुझे जो चाहिए वो मैं मंगा रही हूँ. बट एम आई डूइंग दैट इन पेजिंग? नहीं. पेजिंग में जो प्रोसेस भले मुझे P1, P2, P3, P4 सीक्वेंस में एग्जीक्यूट करना था, डिड आई लोड ऑल द 4 एट द सेम टाइम इन द मेन मेमोरी अकॉर्डिंग टू द डायग्राम व्हिच वी डिड यस्टरडे? यस. P1 के भी चारों डाल दिए, P2 के भी चारों डाल दिए, P3 के भी चारों डाल दिए, P4 के भी चारों डाल दिए. उसके बाद सीपीयू सीक्वेंस में एग्जीक्यूट करता गया. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
these are page replacement algorithm of paging. डिमांड पेजिंग में ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. डिमांड पेजिंग में एक प्रोसेस ही जाएगा, वो प्रोसेस का सब कुछ खत्म होगा, फिर ही दूसरा प्रोसेस जाएगा. ओके?
Yes, ma'am.
page 1 is already into the memory, so keep it as it is with all the other pages as hit. Then page 2 is also inside the memory, so keep it as it is with a page hit. Now to load 5, we check the future. I require 1 immediately, I require 2 also after that, but I require 4 little late, so I can replace that 4 with 5 and keep 1 and 2 as it is with page fault. Since 1 is already in the memory, copy it as it is with other 2 pages with a page hit. Next to load 2, 2 is also there in the main memory, so need not to be reloaded again, hence copy it as it is with other 2 pages and consider it as a hit. Now to load 3, just check whether I need 1, 2 and 5. I require 5 in a future immediately, so I cannot replace 5, but I do not have 1 and 2 ahead to be used. So now I will replace it with 1, and in the next time I'll replace it with 2. So replace 1 with 3, copy the other 2 as it is with a page fault, and now replace 2 with 4, copy the other pages as it is with a page fault. 5 is already there, so place it as it is with other 2 pages as a hit. So calculate the page.
Understood what happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 1 और 2 मुझे फ्यूचर में चाहिए ही नहीं क्योंकि मेरा स्ट्रिंग खत्म हो रहा है, तो 5 को तो मैं रिप्लेस नहीं कर सकती बिकॉज 5th तो मुझे चाहिए ही. सो 1 and 2 जो आने ही नहीं वाला है कभी, तो उसको निकालो. तो आप इनिशियली 2 को निकाल के 3 डाल सकते हो, 1 को निकाल के भी 3 डाल सकते हो. बोथ आंसर्स आर करेक्ट. बट सिंस आपको if you replace it 1 with 3, you remain 2 with 4, and if you replace 2 with 3, you will have 1 with 4. Both the things are allowed. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So how much page faults do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 page faults. How many hits do I have? 1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I have 7 faults and 5 hits. Now from all the 3 algorithm, how to select which one is best? The one algorithm which has more number of page hits is considered to be as a best algorithm. I repeat, from all the algorithm, whichever algorithm has more number of hits is considered to be as a best. Why? Because I did not waste time in loading the page. I was searching for page, I found that page in the memory, and hence I did not waste time in reloading. Therefore that algorithm is best. So आपका अपना FIFO में कितना hits था? 3. LRU में कितना hits था? 3. Optimal में कितना hits है? 5. So from among all the 3, the optimal is the best to replace the pages. Why? Because we are getting more number of hits. Now this does not depend in all the scenario. If I change the reference string, my answer can change. Okay?
Ma'am, but FIFO will never be the best one, na? क्योंकि अगर
never be the best. Very correct. FIFO will never be the best because उसमें हमेशा number of hits कम ही रहेंगे और number of faults ही ज्यादा रहेंगे.
और अगर ऑप्टिमल को भी अगर आगे कुछ फ्यूचर में नहीं मिला तो भी वो FIFO की तरह ही काम करेगा.
Yes, yes. So that is what I'm telling. This answer will always change when I change the reference string. So for this reference string 1 2 3 4 1 2 5 1 2 3 4 5 के लिए best is optimal. If I change the string, it may happen कि FIFO अच्छा निकले. You never know.
लेकिन FIFO का काम ही तो करेगा. अगर ऑप्टिमल स्ट्रिंग जो है उसको अगर कोई पता चला कि आगे कुछ मतलब रिपीट नहीं हो रहा है तो वो FIFO की तरह ही काम करेगा ना.
आगे कुछ रिपीट नहीं हो रहा है.
मैम मतलब अगर 1 है और 1 आगे रिपीट हो ही नहीं रहा है तो FIFO वो 1 को रिप्लेस करेगा.
Yes.
तो एक तरीके से FIFO की तरह ही काम करेगा.
Yes, it may work if that one is. So everything depends on your string. If your string is made in that way, or if your processes are made in that way, or the occurrence of processes are in that way, so you will never be able to know whether it is operating like FIFO or LRU or optimal. अभी आपको समझ रहा है कि आपके सिस्टम में कैसे काम हो रहा है? नहीं, आप तो जो प्रोसेस दोगे आपको उसी का आउटपुट देगा बाहर. So for you it is assumed कि मेरा इनपुट 2 मिनट में गया, 2 मिनट में मुझे रिजल्ट भी मिल गया. So this is just explain that how your operating system is working. What is applied, how it is working, you never know. You give the input at 2 o'clock, you get the output at 2:10. So for you the system is best. Why? Because मैंने जैसे इनपुट दिया 10 minutes में I got the output. But did you know कि आपके साथ 2-5 को maybe मेरा प्रोसेस का आउटपुट भी आ चुका होगा. If I am in a sharing network, you don't know that. Correct. So for user everything is hidden. This is just how the operating system is working on the user processes, which user is never aware of. Do you give the programs in bits and bytes? No, you give it as a whole. It is a system who is dividing half, putting in it main, putting it in secondary, putting it in cache. That is done by the system. Are you allowed to go and put it in the cache? No. You give it as a whole. It is later part system is looking how to execute them. Understanding?
Yes.
Okay. So see this video, जो ऑप्टिमल का वीडियो है ना, see up till only 3.5. उसके आगे का जो है ना, while explaining I have done थोड़ा सा mistake which I have already explained you over here. I made a mistake in
Vault
this
1 to show the best algorithm for page replace 9.
In
In
LR,
LR,
I made a mistake over here. FIFO ka hits is not 9. It is fault which is 9. Okay, so I have made a mistake over here in typing, but I have corrected it later.
the page hits were 9. In FIFO, the hits were 3, and in LRU also the hits.
I made a mistake over here, which I have already explained you. So FIFO ka hits are 3, LRU ka hits are 3, optimal ka hits are 5. Therefore, the hits are greater than the number of faults if we compare only with this 3, and hence we select optimal is best for this reference string. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So watch.
Yes, ma'am.
Watch this video till 3 minutes only. If you want to watch, you watch. But then there is some mistake over here which I have already corrected in the video itself. Okay. So are all the 3 algorithms clear?
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So with this we complete with lesson 6, demand paging concept and LRU algorithms. So when you do LRU algorithms, reference string and frame size would be given. If it is not given, that is, a frame size is not given, you can assume any size, 3, 4, 2, 5, whatever.
हमारे algorithm.
Sorry, page replacement algorithm. Sorry. If the frame size is given, जितना लिखा है उतना ही लोगे, नहीं लिखा है तो you have to write कि I have assumed frame size as 3 or 4 or 5 and I have solved accordingly. ठीक है?
And ma'am, in the LRU, if the frame size is 4, the last 4 will be checked. Right.
Yes, last 4 will be checked. If it is 5, last 5. तो जितना frame है उतना पीछे जाओगे.
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है? Any doubt so far?
Ma'am,
हाँ.
ma'am, in the optimal, like if we want to load the in the string, the 4 is there. So if we want to load 4, we will see in future now. So if in future 1 is directly there after the 4, then second 2 is there. Then what, ma'am? If 3 also there, what will gonna happen?
आपको 4 डालना है. आपने 1, 2 और 3 चेक किया, करेक्ट?
Yes, and all 3 were there.
All 3 were there मतलब?
Ma'am, like after the 4 we check in future, like 1 is present, then 2 is also present and 3 is also.
हाँ, in short 1 आपको immediately लगेगा, 2 भी immediately लगेगा, 3 भी immediately लगेगा.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
कभी इन तीनों में से सबसे दूर कौन लगने वाला है? 1 भी लगेगा, उसके नेक्स्ट फ्रेम के लिए 2 भी लगेगा, करेक्ट? तो यू रिप्लेस 3.
Oh, okay, okay.
ठीक है? That way.
Okay, ma'am.
जो इमीडिएटली लग रहा है उसको कुछ नहीं करोगे. भले 3 को आपको निकाल के वापस डालना पड़े, that will be allowed, but you have to replace it with 3.
And मैम also हम लोग जब भी एग्जीक्यूशन करेंगे पास्ट, मतलब LRU पास्ट चेक करता है. तो पास्ट देख के क्या फायदा, क्योंकि हम लोग का फ्यूचर कुछ भी डिपेंड कर सकता है ना. तो LRU भी मोस्टली तो कभी ऑप्टिमल से बेटर नहीं हो पाएगा.
See, it might happen in many. If I change the string, it might happen. Now, what I can do in that thing is I have to check some books and find out ऐसा कोई algorithm है क्या जिसमें LRU का hits अच्छा है. So तभी आपको समझेगा कि उसके strings कैसे थे and LRU best कैसा हुआ. Okay. If I get time, I will do that.
Okay, ma'am.
But everything depends on the string.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubts in this chapter?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Start giving your attendance.